Welcome back to Knights of the Old Republic. We've got the important person to talk about, so progressing the story. But unfortunately, I don't think we're gonna do much of that, because I've got lots of problems to talk about. So let's go. And right, before I spoil everything, where's she? I did talk to the guy, didn't I? Well, if I didn't, we'll see each other right back here. But anyway, like I said, the spoiling part is that Lurza Cash offers you a quest. And the quest is about moving cargo off-world to somewhere. So you pick up, and like I mentioned, the stipulation is you're supposed to not touch it, not look into it. So you take it on board of your ship and fly it over. And I always just followed the instructions, took the cargo and flew over, left it where I needed to leave it, came back, and there's that. Mission done, money acquired. Is that Sithish? Wow, it's so sharp in this HD texture pack. Anyway, and you fly it over, leave it, get your money. But the idea for you is that you're supposed to actually investigate the thing. You're supposed to break the rules. What you're carrying with you is that the crew just carries over this little stone totem and plops it dead in the middle of your fucking cargo hold. What this is Rakatan Mind Trap, which is kind of bad, cause it legitimizes souls. Rakatan Mind Trap is designed to trap somebody's souls inside it. I don't know if it works on people who don't have force powers, because as we all know, there are force ghosts that would require you to have a connection with the force in the first place. But if you can do that, and if the mind trap works on everyone, everyone has a soul. Not everyone can manipulate the forces that produce the soul, apparently, the force, but soul. So you're trapped in the Rakatan Mind Trap, and you learn that there is a guy in there already, and he's gonna puzzle you with some questions, and if you answer correctly, you can leave. But if you don't, you stay forever, essentially, or until someone else doesn't open the box and get their soul trapped inside. So that means if the guy wins, he takes over your body. So not only are there souls, but you can transfer souls between bodies, which is quite a fucking device, let me tell you. If you go on my channel and look for Star Wars The Old Republic MMO side quest for your Deshad and the Inquisitor story for Kemval, he has your master's soul trapped in him, so he's constantly fighting for control over his own body. But then you fly over to Taris, and you've got another Rakata Mind Trap, where you can trap either or, really. You can pick trap someone in a mind trap. Now, if you've got a mind trap with your master's soul in it, she has knowledge, she's got access to shit. Can you use the trap to feed it like a 12-year-old girl and re-trap the souls around, essentially, right? Have the 12-year-old girl's soul trapped in the mind trap, and have your master soul enter the 12-year-old girl's body. Now you've got all the power. Well, still, the mechanics are not clear, because you can't tell. You don't know. They just introduced souls here and did nothing with it. So if your master had access to force powers and now you trapped her or moved her over to a 12-year-old's body, will the 12-year-old have access to force powers because of the soul, or will it not have access to force powers because the body doesn't have the genetic traits to manipulate force powers? You know, the midichlorians, the genetic traits that are inheritable, like powerful Jedis can have powerful Jedi children. So if she doesn't, would she not be? You also just run the risk of her just stabbing you in the throat when you're asleep, the Sith way. But she won't be a Sith anymore unless, she'll find, I don't know, like a Force Nexus. Not sure if you can gain Force powers as well. I mean, there are already souls, why wouldn't that be possible, right? But yeah, but if you can trap your master back in a 12-year-old's body, you'll have access to more knowledge and someone who can and a way to access it. Otherwise you'd have to battle her every time you enter the mind trap yourself. So there's that. There's those mechanics, and yeah, the Rakata could take over and win. But the problem with the quest when you open the box is that when you have to come up with an answer to a puzzle or to a question, you have to know the answer. You have to understand the question, know the answer. But when you've got a list of possible answers and you look at them, you can compare one to another and to the question and just pick the correct one as opposed to know the answer, right? It's not like there's a lot of trick questions in there, actually. They're just puzzles. They're not like the questions at Kashyyyk, at the star map, where the computer interrogated you to match you with like a, what was it? Some sort of pattern to, you know, like I said, to determine whether you're a good enough leader to control, to have access to the knowledge of the boundless eternal empire of the Rakata. So those are just puzzles. Now, so that's the quest. I hope you enjoyed that little side quest. Now let me get the main quest on. Right, I followed up on the main quest. You can see our gal over there already. She's ready. So let's... Oh, what's that? Are there a bunch... Oh, there's a side quest over there. I don't think we're gonna be doing it until we'll be going back. Or is it there? No, it can't be that yet because we need that. Right, so the main quest. If we'll be coming back, you know, as usual, to our ship to get going, and if that will still happen, it'll happen. I don't remember what's the quarrel over there about, but don't know if we ever will. So, main quest. Euthura. Listen, I need to become a Sith. I would ask you to help, but that's not the Sith way. Do as I say or I'll stab you.
Is there something you need, Jedi? Make it good, for I have little patience.
I think this is like the second Twi'lek that actually speaks basic. That is to say, the actual spoken language from this world. Why do you call me Jedi? Well, yeah, she did call me Jedi. Probably because she can sense our force powers. Or his, I don't know. Right? So we can sense that because we're Jedi. So you know what I am. Who are you? Can I ask some questions? Right, let's... I don't know. Well, we kind of know who she is as well. And we also hardly care, really. So you know what I am.
You are far from the first Jedi who has come here after all. Willing to abandon that decrepit order of yours.
Yeah, well, our options have been narrowed down, so... Are we going for who are you? We're not going for I'll be on my way. So, who are you exactly, in your own words?
Who am I? You must not have been in Korriban for very long. Either that or you have been...
Well, I have no other options to pick from.
Luckily for you, I am in a charitable mood. I am Euthura Ban, second only to Master Uthar of the Sith Academy here in Dresde. I am the one who decides which of the few of the many hopefuls who travel here to train actually become a Sith. Why? Is it your desire to enter the Academy? Is that why you are here?
Yes. Where's the answer? There's the yes answer. Why would I want to join the Sith? Let's still not join the main quest. I don't know, follow the main quest. Maybe. I haven't given it much thought. Again, like I talked about in previous episodes, if you're strong enough, who's there to say whether you're a Sith or not, whether you qualify as a Sith or not, or if there's anyone who's supposed to recognize you as a Sith or not. No, I would never join the Sith. Yes, that's exactly why I'm here. Let me join you. Now, the second answer seems maybe more... what would be the good phrase? Playful? Let's play with her a little bit, right? Maybe. I haven't given it much thought.
Yet here you are in Little Korriban just by accident? I find it hard to believe.
Just passing by.
If it amuses you, however, I'll play along. We wield ultimate power, my friend. To be a Sith is to taste freedom and to know victory. Nothing is as glorious as bending the Force to your will.
I agree. Yeah, also, by the way, that's true. We're not here. We're here on accident. We didn't ask to be here. It's just that something else was here. We need the map. We don't need to become a Sith, really. Right, anyway. A lot of the hopefuls here end up dead. That doesn't seem glorious. What about the Jedi? Well, she did talk about the Sith, not the hopefuls. And what about the Jedi? But you serve the dark side of the Force, don't you? Well, Darksiders would rather tell you they make the Force serve them rather they serving the dark side. Dark side, you know, right? We follow. That's clear enough. And where does Darth Malak fit into all this? Well, probably on top. It's not a difficult question. So how do we progress this? Love hopefuls. And what about the Jedi, maybe? Right? Yeah. Yeah, I mean, we don't have too good of an option. Yes, I agree. Let me participate in this. And what about the Jedi?
Hidebound relics who burden themselves with tradition and with the protection of the weak and ungrateful. They are pitiful and misguided. Why would you take a gift as glorious as the Force and squander it? Weaken yourself deliberately and shackle yourself to outdated mores. Our gift has made us superior. It is our rightful place to rule. How can any deny that? Yet the Jedi do so, and call us evil because we do not.
And here we have the master and slave morality laid bare before us that I actually talked about, I think already on Taris, maybe a little bit late. No, on Dantooine, when we talked about joining the shit. Yeah, I went on the things about that there. Rewatch the episode, really, rewatch all the Dantooine episodes, you know, just to give me a little boost here on YouTube. You don't consider yourself evil? Nobody considers themselves evil. That's the whole point, right? Everything you do because you think they're good, they're beneficial to you. So you're not calling them evil, you're not calling yourself evil. It's a matter of perspective, really, but the perspective of judgment, I'll leave it at that. You don't call yourself evil. That's fine by me, though. A lot of the hopefuls, we're going back to that. But you serve the dark side, where does... I see. About... well, yeah. Let's skip all this. Let's just stop moralizing here. We're not here to moralize. I see. About joining you.
You've heard enough, have you? So what is it to be? Are you here to be a Sith or not?
Yeah, sure. Why not? Never mind, I'm not playing along, you know. Fuck the main quest, we're going back to side quests. I'm changing the whole idea for the playthrough. Yes, I want to join the Sith.
Ah, so you are just another hopeful after all. Or are you? There is something odd about you that I cannot place. Obviously you are a Jedi. One who is very strong in the Force, it seems. So were you a part of the Order for very long? Did they train you?
Did they train me? Well, yeah, fucking obviously. I've got the robes, I've got the saber, I've got the ability to control the Force power, make it into Force powers. Obviously, they have trained me. I mean, when we played Jedi Academy, when I played Jedi Academy for you, we were still untrained and we had a lightsaber. We did the impossible. We had... created a lightsaber without any training, but it's just a lightsaber, and we were still Force sensitive, but we didn't develop any Force powers. Not even Rosh Pennin back there had developed Force powers. He had a blaster and didn't have a lightsaber. So anyway, that's the story. Yeah, they did fucking train me. Nobody learns this themselves, I don't think, unless you're a fucking Mary Sue or, very importantly, powerful to the story, so you're like a threat to the player, like in the Old Republic again with the Children of Valkorion, especially with Vaylin. Watch that, watch the whole Star Wars The Old Republic story on my channel, all the way up and including the Knights of the Eternal Throne and Fallen Empire, was it? DLCs, yeah, that's available. She's kinda retarded, anyway. She's eviler than fucking Sith, because she needs... well, she's at least more annoying and more of an asshole. No, I don't know what you're talking about. Yes, but only very little, but only very... yeah, most of the Jedi training we have because we leveled up, not because they leveled us up, yeah. Yes, I'm a fallen Jedi, if you must know. What difference does it make? This is cool, because, you know, it's mockery and shit. Yes, but only... Sure, I mean, you know, it's not... again, it's not like we're hiding it. Yes, but only very little.
As I thought. How interesting that they would let one with such power out of their grasp. Or are you here to spy on us? For all the good it would do. With that kind of power, you could become a great Sith. Perhaps, if I let you. Does that interest you?
What do you mean spy on you? I would be spying on you. You yourself said so many fallen fucking Jedi come over to Korriban to become Sith. Why would I spy on you? Is this a standard question to every Jedi that comes over here? Is it designed to trip me up in case I was actually trying to spy on you? Kind of weird procedure you've got there, Euthura. Anyway. Right, so what are the options? No, it doesn't. Force persuade, yes, you want to accept me into the academy. She's Sith already. People who can use force powers are usually immune to mind tricks. As the Jedi Knight series of games would have you know already. We played it, I played it for you. Look it up, yeah. Did I ever try to use mind trick on any other Jedi? I don't know. At least Sith, I don't know. Persuade, lie, yes it does, I wish to become a Sith. Persuade, yes it does, I wish to become a Sith. Well, can I fail to persuade her if I'm honest? How would that work? Like, she would not accept any of it? I don't know. One way or another, you know, right? We can show her that we're strong in the force with the force persuade, or we can use the regular persuade to try to, I don't know. Let's give it a shot, right? Yeah, sure. Listen, I'm honest. I want to become a Sith. Well, we're actually not honest. We're kind of lying, actually. Persuade. Yes, it does. I wish to become a Sith.
Ah, good.
Exactly
good. The sort of answer I was hoping for. I will take you to the academy.
Right back at you, actually.
You are ready to join the ranks of the Sith. I have only one other question. These companions of yours, they will not be coming with you, I presume?
Why not? One of them is a fucking robot. What's the problem? And the other is an old guy. They are slaves. Don't worry about them.
My hearing's not so good. I'm just pleased my nice master doesn't beat me so much anymore. Yes, sir.
There's something odd
My
about
massa?
this servant of yours. No matter.
Is it the lightsaber in his hand? Is it the Jedi robes on his garb?
You are
Back?
responsible for them. Now,
Sure, whatever.
are you ready to go to the academy?
It's fine if they kill anyone. I don't care. I'm strong enough to defend my claim to anything. Do I get to transport it or do I get the medallion right away? I don't know. Progress the shit. Yes, I am.
Then let us leave. The master of the academy awaits you.
Alright, he's gonna be talking. Wow. I think that discussion is gonna be short. Hopefully. I can make it short, one way or another. Here we are in the dank, damp academy.
It appears we have a late entry. Who do you bring before me, Euthura? A young human?
Better late than delayed.
A human that has had some
Exactly.
training, it seems, Master Uthar. Very promising, I think.
I met this one in the colony. Unworthy, if you ask me.
That I'll judge
We're
for
not
myself,
asking.
Thank you.
Who
Tell
asked?
me, human, what do
Exactly.
you know of the ways of the Sith? What preconceptions has your mind been polluted?
Look at that guy's dopey ass fucking face. Look at his fucking hands. How fucking secondary of a character are you there, NPC? Fuck me. It's like real life, you know? Meeting people looking like this. Preconceptions. Well, they essentially told us you're evil, and that's really all we need to care. You're gonna enslave the galaxy, and it's gonna be bad for us, because you don't really want to rule effectively. Right, you've got a galaxy to your disposal, but you don't really care to run it. Like, you know, you can still be evil and have the government working right. Anyway, so what are our options? I've killed too many Sith to have preconceptions about them. I don't know anything about the Sith, to tell the truth. I know that the Sith are powerful, a force to be reckoned with. The Sith are evil and have surrendered themselves to temptations and corruptions of their power. The Sith do what they want and pay no heed to duty of or discipline. Well, you know, training is discipline if you want to be a strong dark side force power user. I think some discipline is in order. But what would be our preconception? That the Sith are powerful? Well, whatever you choose, really, I don't know. Yeah, I heard you're strong, you're winning the war right now, I guess.
A diplomatic answer, if not the core of the matter. Our power is obvious. The question in truth goes much deeper than the surface. The Jedi equate the light with goodness and strength, and the dark with weakness and evil. That is their tradition, and it is truly no surprise that they cling to it for comfort. We, however, do not treat the Force as a burden. We treat it as a gift a thing to be celebrated. We use it to acquire power over others. And why should we not? Because the Jedi say we should not. We are as the Force is meant to be. The Jedi would hide that from you. They would tell you the dark side is too quick, too easy, all so that they need never challenge the passions that lie within them. Joining with us means realizing your true potential. It means not stifling yourself solely for the sake of hidebound shamans and their antiquated notion of order. Be what you were meant to be. What say you, Lasho? Are you ready to learn the secrets of the dark side? Dare you?
I dare, Master Uthar. I am ready.
Brash and fiery, as expected. Turn that passion to your advantage, child. What of you, Mikkel? Are you ready?
I am, Master. More than ready.
I sense much anger within you, young one. That is good. That will provide you power. And Shardan, what of you?
I am always ready.
I see. You had best gather your wits for the trial ahead, boy, or you will not last. And you, young human, does this interest you? Are you ready to learn more of what I speak?
Yes, I'm so eager to learn. I love learning. I don't know, but power without consideration of morality is a weakness. How so, actually? I have no answer to this. It was a rhetorical question. And one of my companions, well, you know, we're responsible. I am ready to learn more. I'm ready to learn more. I love learning.
And so shall it be. Now then, all of you 5 recruits have shown a degree of facility with the Force. You all have the potential to become true Sith. Only one of you, however, will succeed. The one who succeeds will be admitted to the Academy as a full Sith. All others must wait until next year and try again. If you survive, my pupil, Euthura, shall be your teacher and master while you attempt to prove yourselves. Heed her words.
As Master Uthar said, none of you are true Sith yet. For that to occur, one of you must do enough of worth, gain enough prestige, to be selected. What is an act of worth? You must learn that for yourselves. Remember that you are competitors here. Fight for your destiny, or go home.
If you wish to gain a lead over your competitors, the first of you to learn the code of the Sith and tell me of it will be rewarded. The rest is for you to discover. Welcome to the dark side, my children. Your one chance at true greatness lies here.
Alright, so if we say the power without consideration of morality is a weakness, Master Uthar will be one to answer the question, and we haven't, so I guess maybe that was a flaw on my part. Well, a mistake on my part if we wanted to delve into that deeper and talk about the philosophy that I promised. But anyway, since we're already here, and hey look, we've gained a level, only not us. Well shit, that's the only level we care about, because we need more fucking repair. Right, so since we're already here, let me gripe about what I wanted to gripe. My computer came with Sound Blaster XFI MP3 audio software. It comes with the motherboard. And since the very start of me using it, it had issues. It has 6 tabs of options, but the last 2 tabs' labels were always broken. So only recently I decided to do something about this. Now the smartest, easiest way for someone would be to just reinstall the software, but I hate reinstalling shit because it messes with your options and you have to set everything up again. So I decided to, well, do actually look for updates first, but it turns out the creative labs are no longer supporting the software, so you can't download a new version, new installer from their page. So I actually reached out to them, sent them an email, why the fuck is this broken and how to fix it. They didn't really give me any answers, of course. I asked them, so just send me the latest version's installer and I'll install the latest version and maybe that will fix it. They sent me the installer, I try to run it, and it asks for a CD key. So I tell them, hey, it asked me for a CD key, give me a CD key. And they go, well, if you have the software, you surely purchased it and you have the CD key somewhere, or if it came with your motherboard, you contact the motherboard manufacturer for support. So in the end I told them, thanks for nothing, go fuck yourselves, I'll download it from the internet from somewhere else. And I did. Also first they said, well, we're not supporting the software anymore, we don't support the software anymore. So instead of trying to fix this, how about you uninstall that and buy some hardware from us instead? And I said, how about no? Give me some answers about these problems. So I did download some other version or some shit from the internet, and none of it really fixed anything. Unfortunately, I ended up installing like 2 versions of the software at once, and apparently having them run at once as well, which led to software conflicts. No, by the way, this isn't the reason why audio in my recordings is fucked. It's been fucked before I start fucking about with the software again. So rest assured, something else is amiss. But the biggest problem that those conflicts resulted in is that the Nvidia share that I'm using stopped recording audio from games. So I tried googling some answers about that, and it told me, well, you separate the microphone and the game recording is a different track in the editing, but that's not how I'm recording my voiceover. So that didn't help. They also said, in the audio options in your control panel, you should pick a default device to record from. And when I looked in there, it was set to default, it always was set to default, and I never had problems with that. But now the volume control was grayed out. So something did fuck with it, and it wasn't recording audio from the computer. And that's what I checked, but only after I decided to just restart the computer, because that usually solves a lot of problems, especially with all these audio shits. However, this time it didn't. So in the act of anger and revenge, I decided to uninstall all the audio drivers that I've had and do a fresh install. And that included the Realtek HD audio shit. And then of course I made the same mistakes with that software as well, again, which is to say, my computer doesn't really run well enough with the newest version of it, so I had to use something older so I have access to the actual HD audio control panel. Otherwise it's not even showing the system's tray. I also reinstalled the Sound Blaster software to see if it made any change, any improvement, and of course the last 2 tabs were still broken, so that didn't help anyway. And though I installed a different version, I think, a little bit earlier version, it did bring up a few different options with the select playback devices, where I can apply the changes that Sound Blaster does to my default setup, or default drivers, and then I have to select the default drivers as well separately. That's something that I didn't have. However, it just made shit worse. It didn't improve anything. Because once I fixed the Realtek, I could rebalance the speakers, because my speakers are fucking up as well. I could room correct the audio. I can control when I'm plugging headphones in and have it as a different input. Once Sound Blaster is applying its changes to Realtek, all those balancing options go to shit. So since that Sound Blaster was fucking with all my options that were actually important to me, I decided to reevaluate whether I actually want to even use it. So like I said, it has 6 tabs of all sorts of options. First one is some sort of Pro Studio, where you have a button to enable all those options like Crystallizer, which I don't know what it does. I tried to turning it on and off and I didn't see a difference. Surround, which is, I would assume, surround boosting, if you need more surround in your setup, that I hardly dicked with. Regular surround is good enough. Bass or bass, which would boost your bass, but then again, wasn't really necessary either. Dialogue Plus, that should improve the audibility of dialogues in games, that I always had on, but without it I didn't see much change either. And the only options that I was actually really using was Smart Volume, which is essentially level equalization, something like that. That's already available by default in Windows, only here it's easier to get to because it's not buried under like 4 layers of menus from Windows. So I was using that, and how it works is that it makes the quiet sounds louder and the loud sounds quieter. So if some moron records a video on the internet and doesn't balance his audio right, you can just boost it all with this once you run out of the slide in Windows. Also, I'm not turning the knob on the speakers because on the computer and software I can specifically see a discrete number of volume level. However, when I'm turning a knob, I just have to guess again where the knob was. I like to set things right once and leave it there. I know people who just keep turning the knob all the time to adjust their volume, but that's not a good enough solution for me, so I set it right once and leave it. So smart volume was the only thing that I actually used. Next thing is scout mode, which allows you to hear further in games and allows you to hear footsteps and I guess other sound effects like gunfire maybe. But then again, if the game doesn't render audio at a certain distance, it's not gonna render it for you. So that's also an option that I have never used and I don't mind losing. Next is voice effects that just change your voice. If I ever need that for fun in my voice communication, I'll turn it on for a moment and then turn it back off. But I really never used it. I just used it 3 times maybe to show off. Next thing is an equalizer, which I don't know how to use, so just left it. And the last one is advanced settings, which allow you to pick what kind of speaker or headphones setup have you got, whether it's quattro, stereo, 5.1, 7.1, or in fact just headphones. Has some bass or bass, sliders and shit, and it doesn't change much when you can already pick that in Realtek and in Windows. Also, it doesn't work when you pair it with Realtek or if the default device selected in Sound Blaster is not detected correctly either. So in the end I decided to ditch it all together and stick to Realtek alone. And so far after those few days, I'm not regretting much. However, on top of all this, I did lose the ability to plug in headphones and have Realtek detected as headphones separately and set the audio mixing for headphones, not for speakers. That's one thing. And second thing, it still didn't fix the problem of Nvidia not recording audio from games. I still have to go to sound options and manually choose a source for audio for recording and playback to sort of re-enable it. And it doesn't really need to be something else than it was before. It still can be just on default, only I have to turn those knobs over and over again when I want to make a video. So I ended up just putting on more knobs to turn every time I'm making an episode of something for you for free. And with this gripe and with all this shit, let me just tell you, sometimes I wish for a fresh install of everything, where everything just works as it should instead of having these weird quirks like droids from Star Wars who didn't have their memory wiped regularly. Anyway, thanks for sticking by. Hopefully you did enjoy and hopefully we will see each other in something I play for you for free. In the meantime, of course, interact with the channel and with the videos on it by watching, commenting, rating, subscribing, and if you don't like the videos, it's entirely your fault. Spend money and buy a new computer, that will surely improve the quality.